Wyatt. Do you like going to school every day? Well, I do, and I hope we can go back to in-person soon. You get to see your friends more. Also, you get to learn more, and you can have more fun. Well, let's start. First reason is you get to see your friends more. The reason this is good is because you should socialize more. It's a good thing to socialize. Make even more friends on the way. Ha, that's got to change your mind, Wyatt. Now remember, after this, that in-person is the best way to learn. We're on to the next one. Zoom. You get to learn more is next. For this one, it's simple. You get to make your brain bigger. When you learn more, your brain starts to get bigger and bigger. Also, the more you know, the better you can learn. You better think in person is the best, right? Right? Oh no, this is the last one. You can have more fun. Okay? When you're at school, you can do things. At recess, you get to play and hang out with everyone. Also, at lunch, you get to talk about what's happening. If you think in-person is the best now, you might have a better chance of having tacos at lunch, Wyatt. Also, teachers will have more time to have fun with the class. Do you like going to school every day now? Now you should think my reasons were good. You get to see your friends, you have more time to learn, and you can have more fun. Now, after this, I want you to write your own opinion, send it to me, and delete your money. I will send this to the district superintendent and open schools again. Please believe me, and please, please, please send me your paper and your money.
Face to Face is the Best by Jaslyn Peacock. Do you like going to school? Because I do, and this was the worst year ever because we had to stay at home for school half of the time. I like going in person because I like to see my friends, we will not be overwhelmed, we will learn more, and we can do more fun school stuff. Read my paper to find out why I like face-to-face. First, going to face-to-face is the best way to learn because I get to see my friends. A reason that virtual does not work for me because you do not get to see your friends at all. All you get to do is see their face in a little box. But in face-to-face, you get to see your friends every day. Also, that is why face-to-face is the best way to learn. Another reason in face-to-face, you will have your questions easily answered so you will not feel overwhelmed. Because if you are at home, you might have a question and must text the teacher. And at school, if you have a question, you can raise your hand and get your question answered. Then you are able to understand and get it done. I feel better that way and not overwhelmed. Therefore, my favorite is face-to-face. Finally, we do more fun school stuff with your teacher and classmates. The reason is you can play math games with your classmates and teacher. Also, in Tech Lab, you can play some funny games and everybody laughs. Another way to connect is at recess and lunch in face-to-face. That's why face-to-face is the best way to learn. Going to school daily will help with learning. It is important because everything you do at school and won't have to do so much at home. As you can see, face-to-face is obviously the best way to learn. You get to see your friends, you won't be so overwhelmed, and you get to do more fun stuff. So, go tell your principal that we should have school every day.
Hybrid Learning by Emmett Fern. Have you ever felt that you are at school too much and not seeing your family enough? Well, if so, you should try the hybrid way of learning. It is the perfect thing for you. I've been doing it for several months now, and it is my favorite way to learn. You're never at school too much, get more time with your family, and never get overwhelmed with schoolwork. I think hybrid is the best learning style because you are never overwhelmed with homework. First, during hybrid, you never get too much homework because you're at school just the right amount. You never get too much. You get to choose what to do first and can take as long as you want. This is just one reason why I think hybrid is the best learning style. Well then, here's another reason. When in hybrid, you are never away from your family for too long. Next, you are at home enough that you can enjoy family activities. If your siblings are in middle school, you would get the chance to see them most of the day. You wouldn't have to leave pets at home all day unsupervised. That was the second reason. Then here's the third reason as to why hybrid is best. You are never at school so much that you miss your siblings. This is because if you miss your siblings, your pets are just your favorite hobbies, then you are in luck. If you do hybrid, this will be no more. If you're at school too much, you have increased chances of getting sick. Don't take the risk. These are all reasons supporting hybrid. I have explained to you why hybrid is best, but it is up to you to make the decision for yourself.
Face to Face by Austin Knoll. Have you ever wanted to go back to school? I want to do in-person school for more fun and better description on my home learning, so I can see my friends, I can ask questions, and there is less temptation to do other things. Read more for reasons that face-to-face is the best. My first reason is I get to see all my friends. Kids need to get human interaction, and it's really lonely without having kids in my grade. For games, I don't have to wait for an hour until someone will play it with me. I have 2 sisters and they have different interests than me. I want to do in-person schools to see all my friends 5 days a week. My next reason is I can ask questions. At home, sometimes I don't know or remember how to do something and need help. I want to do in-person school so everything is easier. Finally, I get a better description on what I am doing. The teachers explain everything and I get answers quickly. Without teachers, I must bother my parents about stuff they have never done. I want to do in-person school so I know and understand everything I am working on. Now, do you want to be in school? I want this for more interaction and better answers and description. I also want to see all my friends.
School 5 days a week by Jillian Schmidt. Have you ever had to go home one day and the next day go to school? Well, I don't like school that way because it's hard to work while your siblings are being noisy. That's why kids should go to school every day. What if you don't understand something and your mom or dad are not home and it's just your siblings, but they won't help you? Now come find out why you should go to school 5 days a week. First, you have a friend to be with and never bored. Then when you go to school, I know I'll always have a friend to be with. And in school, there's stuff to do, so you should go 5 days a week. The teacher is always teaching, so I like that. Have you ever had homework and have a question no one can answer? Well, your mom and dad and siblings don't know the answer, so you can't get it. It is not fun because you get in trouble, and that is bad. Well, therefore, that to not happen, we need to go to school every day. The last reason is less distractions. At school, you get lots of time to do work at home. It's noisy and lots of distractions. Your tablet is a big distraction because I want to play games on it. So it's hard to stay focused, but if you are at school 5 days a week, you cannot get distracted. Therefore, we should go to school face to face. So doesn't it feel like a good idea to go to school every day? I love having no distractions, friends to play at recess, and you can understand questions. So go ask your principal to go 5 days a week.
Face to face is the best. Do you like to go hybrid? Well, I don't. I like going face to face because I get to see all my friends. I have less homework, my schoolwork makes more sense, and finally, I get to learn more every day. Read the reasons with more details. First, I get to see my friends, not just A Day, but also B Day. I don't get to see my softball friends in neighborhoods because they're all on B Day. And it feels weird having such a small classroom. Another reason is, if I go face to face, I'll have less homework. When I go hybrid on B Day, I have a lot of homework because I'm an A Day student. And I don't like having a lot of schoolwork because my brother gets done before me, too. Also, when I go to school hybrid, my homework sometimes gets a little frustrating because I don't really understand it. Sometimes with my schoolwork, not everything makes much sense. I like it better when I have a teacher to help me, and it can get a little overwhelming when I have so much homework. And finally, I get to learn more every day. I like to learn and grow my brain every day, and I get to work in the group with the kids that are my level of learning. What is your favorite way to go to school? As you can see, these are my reasons I like to go face to face. I get to see all my friends, I have less homework, my homework makes more sense, and finally, I get to learn more every day. Now I bet you understand why I like face to face the best.
Have you ever had to learn hybrid? Well, I have in 2020, and I didn't like it. You stay home every other day, and you can't see your friends and teachers as much. You also learn more. Keep reading, in my opinion, why we should go back to in-person. First, you can see your friends more in person. one reason hybrid didn't work for me because you must wear a mask and cannot see your friends every day. But in person, you can see your friends every day, and it will keep you emotionally healthy. That is why I like in person. So that is one reason I like in person. Another reason is that you can see your teachers more in person. The reason hybrid didn't work for me because you can't see your teachers every day. Another reason is like if you're stuck at home doing homework and you are stuck on something, you can't ask your teachers for help. So if you do in person, you can ask your teachers for help whenever you need it. And that is another reason I want in person back soon. That is the last reason I like in person better is you can learn more. Another reason is you don't learn that much at home, but in person you learn way more than hybrid. So you can see your friends more and teachers more in person. So that is why I like in person better than hybrid. As you can see now, that is why I like in person. I think you can learn more and see friends and teachers more in person. Talk to your teacher and principal to ask when we can get back to in person.
Virtual Learning by Becca Schumacher. Have you ever had to learn on Zoom? I have, and it is fun and easy. I think virtual learning is the best way to learn. I also get to see my friends. Secondly, I finish before noon, I do it fast, and I have a spot to focus. I like virtual learning because I get to see my friends on Zoom. I like Zoom because I think it is fun in my opinion. I think it is easier to focus without my brothers picking on me when I am on Zoom. As you can see, I love home learning because it is easier to do. The second thing that I like about virtual learning is I finish before noon. I like virtual learning better also because my mom made up a rule that you have to finish your homework before noon so that I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want to do. Third, at school we have to wear a mask, but at home we do not have to. I do not like wearing a mask. I am fast at doing my homework, so I finish first almost every day. My brothers Lucas and Mason get homework too, but most of the time I finish first because they are always getting distracted. Finally, home learning is super easy because it is not distracting. I think home learning is easy and fun.
Have you ever tried learning from a computer? Well, I have, and it's horrible. Here are a few reasons why. You don't have to wear a mask, you're able to see your friends more often, and you'll be able to learn. My first reason why I want to go back normally is because we don't have to wear a mask. To begin, you cannot see half of anybody's face most of the time. Also, you can hear people as well as a baby ant whispering. Okay, I was exaggerating a little bit. Okay, a lot, but it's still a little hard to hear people. My second reasons why I hate masks is because in the summer, you'd think you'd be all hot and sweaty, and guess what? You are right. And those are some of the reasons why I want to throw them in the garbage. Most importantly, in my opinion, you'd be able to see your friends more often if we came back full time. And if we keep it up, we will never be able to see the birthday kids ever again. Oh, and I almost forgot. With only half of the whole school here, it'll get boring fast too. It gets annoying because you want to see the birthday kids, but you can't. My last reason why I want to go back normally is because you can learn more if you come back every day. I would also be less distracted from the things at home if I was at school every day. I'd also be learning more fluently. It would be better because there are more people to ask for help. These are some of the reasons why I want to go back to school normally more than ever. We wouldn't have to wear a mask, we would get to see our friends more, and we would be able to learn more. I hope we never have to go to online school ever again.
Hybrid is the Best by Ty Hughes. Have you ever done hybrid before? Well, I have. It is fun. Here are some reasons why I think it is fun. You go to school and then you get the day off. It will be quieter and easier to work. We can get 2 recesses too. We can also go to school 2 or 3 days each week. First, it is much quieter and easier to work. I have a desktop that I can do my homework on, and the desktop is in my room, so I say to my dad I'm going to start my homework. So that is why I think hybrid is the best to learn. Hybrid is also good because on your school days, it is quieter because there are less kids there. Next, we can go to school and do less homework. Why? Because we do all the schoolwork at school and a little at home. So that is why I think hybrid is the best. In conclusion, I think hybrid is the best. We can get 2 or 3 days at school. Going to school every 2 or 3 days is fun because then we can learn more. It is quieter and easier to work because less distractions. So that is why I think hybrid is the best ever.
Opinion writing by Julia Bradley. Have you ever had to do school online? I have. It's amazing. Today I'm going to be talking about why I like to do virtual learning. This is why. You don't have to wear a mask, you can't be late, and you also don't have to wake up at a certain time. Read more to find out why virtual is the best way to learn. First, virtual is the best way to learn because you don't have to wear a mask. One reason is that you don't have to wear a mask because it's hard to breathe in it. And I don't like hybrid in person because you're around a lot of people and germs. Therefore, I don't like in person and hybrid, and virtual is the best way to learn. Secondly, you also don't want to be late for school. That is one other reason why I like virtual. You don't want to be late for school because sometimes every morning you have lots of things to do. Read more to find my third reason why I like virtual. Finally, you don't have to wake up at a certain time in the morning. One reason is because you don't have to wake up at a certain time in the morning, and you don't have time to do all your things. This is another reason why I like virtual. Keep reading to see my conclusion. As you can see, I think virtual is better than in-person and hybrid. Maybe you will have to try it, maybe you will like it.
Look, I'm on Zoom. Have you done virtual learning? Well, I have, and I love it. One thing you can do is you can stay in bed. If you have a snow day, you can still have school. If you have a friend from another school, you can see them because most schools mix. The best part, you can eat food whenever you want. Keep reading to figure out all about my opinion. First, virtual learning is the best because you can stay in bed. One reason I like staying in bed is because in person, you might be a little tired during school. But with virtual learning, you can sleep in and you won't be tired. As you can see, virtual learning is way better. You must get up early in person. Another reason why I like virtual is that you can see your friends from another school. One reason I like this idea is that sometimes schools mix. So if you have friends from in the district, then you have a high chance of seeing them in the Zoom call. As you can see, sometimes in school you get hungry and you need brain food to keep up a good mindset. As at school, they give little serving sizes that is half of what I eat for lunch. So as you can see, virtual is the best because you can eat food at home. In conclusion, you see virtual is the best because a few extra hours needed at home. So you can see that virtual is the best way for you.
Face to Face by Leah Cruiser. Have you ever tried homeschooling? Well, I have. I do not like it. I hope you pick Face to Face. Here are three reasons why. Way too many distractions at home. I'm missing my friends and there's more time with teachers. Read more to find out why I would pick Face to Face. First, if I went to school 5 days a week, I would not have anything to distract me, like a device or a pet or even toys. For example, you are doing your homework and you have a ton of things to do, but maybe you have a baby and you are trying so hard to do your homeschool, but you just can't. Here is another example. You are getting on Zoom for the day, and a couple of minutes after you got on Zoom, your pet wants attention. Now you're distracted by a pet. That's why I want to go to school full time.
How do you like to learn? I like to learn full time in school. Hybrid was the worst. I always wanted to come back to school. 2020 is the worst year of my life because we are in school every day. I want to see my friends more and I want to see my teachers more. Also, I want to see my parents and teachers equal. That is why in-person is the best way to learn. First, in-person school is the best because you get to see your friends a lot. One reason is when you have hybrid, you don't get to see your friends as much, and if you don't get to see your friends, you might feel sad and lonely. That is why I chose
in-person learning. My opinion is that I like to learn full-time in school. Please, not hybrid or virtual. Another reason in-person is the best way to learn because you get to see your teachers more than you would in hybrid or virtual. One example is I do not get to see Miss Wallenberg in virtual, and if you don't see your teachers, you might not learn as much. Another example is Miss Wallenberg can answer my questions instead of waiting till the next day. My opinion is in-person is the best way to learn. My third reason is that you get to see your parents and teachers equal. An example of this is you get to see your parents in the morning, teachers during the day, and parents at night. Your teacher might know more about the assignment. My opinion is that in-person is the best way to learn. As you can see, daily learning is better than hybrid or virtual. It is important because you get to see your friends more. You get to see your parents and teachers equal, and teachers can answer your questions. Ask someone important if you can go back, and make sure you tell them why.
Do you like to go to school in person? Well, I do because so you aren't behind, also so you can see your friends every day, and so you can learn everything at once. Keep reading on to find out more. Fourth reason, if we could go in person, we would not be so behind. Another reason is if you're not there every day, it's harder to get all the learning at once. You might be behind. In person is better the way you can see it. Another reason in person is awesome because you can see your friends every day. Here is a reason you can see your friends every day. If you go in person every other day, then it might be hard to remember what you want to say to your friend. Or if you aren't in the same day as them, you might not get to see them a lot. This is why in person 5 days a week is better to see your friend. Finally, in person is awesome because you can learn everything at once. You would go through stuff and you need to go through stuff you need to do faster. Because if you aren't there every day, you might miss out on something then you were supposed to learn. Then you might take a test about it, then you might not know what to do. This is why in person is the best way to learn. This is in person is good because if you are hybrid, it's hard to keep up with all the works at home. Also, if you are virtual learning, if you're stuck on something, it will take you longer to get done. Now, do you want to do in-person learning? You get to see your friends every day. You won't get behind, and you can learn everything at once. I'm excited we get to go back to school every day soon.
Did you ever try to learn hybrid? I did, and it was weird. I would choose full-time in school. My 3 reasons are you learn more, to see my friends, and help from my teachers. First, I would choose full-time in school because you learn more stuff instead of not learning more math and reading and making yourself smarter. I like to come to school. Because I can see my friends. They are nice and fun to play with at recess. I felt sad because I couldn't see Owen, Ty, and Austin because they were in 8A class. I learn better with my teacher instead of being at home doing chores all day. I can see my teachers and ask her questions if I am stuck on something. I like to go outside with my friends for recess. I like art and gym.
I can stay more organized at school. I like to eat school lunch too.
Have you tried face-to-face? I have, and it is awesome. I will give you 3 reasons. You can talk with your friends, you get more recess, and you learn more. Also, you get a lot of homework. I hate learning at home. I want 5 days of learning every week. First, if you are doing home learning, it can be boring without your friends. You can play games with your friends in your classroom. There is nobody to talk to at home that is your age. As you can see, you need friends to talk to. You cannot do that at home. You cannot talk to your friends at home. Also, you get 2 recesses at school each school day. So if we get to go to school 5 days every week, 5 times 2 equals 10, that would be 10 recesses a week. You can go play with your friends at recess. I love when I can play with my friends at recess. I bet you loved playing with your friends at recess when you were a kid too. I think that recess is important. You should play with a friend. Do not get started on homework. You get a lot of homework. Sometimes you forget that you are supposed to do, or you are confused on your homework. That is why I love face-to-face and want to go back soon. That is why I think face-to-face is the best to learn. You get to talk to your friends. You get more recess and learn more. I bet I changed your mind about face-to-face.
Have you ever tried hybrid learning? Well, I have, and I hated it. Here's 3 reasons. The first reason why face-to-face is best: you get to see your friends every day. Face-to-face with the teacher makes it easier to focus. Reason why is because I get to see my friends. I want to play with my friends every day because we need more kids to play kickball. Also, it is easier for me to concentrate because I'm in a classroom with no electronics to play on. I hope I convinced you that in-person learning is best.
I choose hybrid learning instead of in-person. There are 3 reasons why I like this. I choose hybrid learning instead of in-person. First, you get some days off, so it is less stressful for me. Also, I like to work at home, so I take little breaks if I need them. When I take my breaks, I usually play with my brother. Next, it is easier to focus when you come less days. Sometimes I get anxious, so this hybrid teaching helps me. Finally, it is cool to Zoom and do your lesson. So as you can see, I am very lucky to have my special ED teachers and pairs helping me. These are my reasons I like hybrid learning.